Have you ever wondered why Muslim women wear the hijab? Some see it as a symbol of oppression, while others view it as an act of empowerment. But have you stopped to ask, what does the hijab mean to the women who wear it? Behind every hijab is a unique story. A story of faith, identity, and choice. Today we will uncover the profound meaning of this modest piece of clothes. Is it simply a religious requirement, or does it carry a deeper, more personal significance? By the end of this video, you will see the hijab in a completely new light. So stay with us. You might just discover something that changes the way you see not only the hijab, but also the women who wear it. The spiritual foundation of the hijab. To understand the hijab, we must start with its spiritual roots. The Quran teaches modesty as a universal value for both men and women. For women, this includes the hijab, which is addressed in Surah An-Nur, chapter 24, verse 31, and tells the believing woman to lower their gaze and guard their private parts and not to display their adornment except that which ordinarily appears thereof. At first glance, it may seem like a set of rules, but let's look deeper. This verse isn't about control, it's about purpose. It calls women to reflect on their worth beyond physical appearances, reminding them that their true beauty lies in their character and faith. Imagine walking into a room knowing that people are not judging you by how you look, but by what you say and do. That's what many Muslim women describe as the liberating power of the hijab. For them, it's not just an act of obedience to Allah. It's a shield of dignity, a crown of faith, and a way to tell the world, I define myself and I answer only to my Creator. Misconceptions about the hijab. Now let's address the common misconceptions. First, the hijab is forced upon women. Is it? Imagine a world where personal choices are misunderstood as obligations. For many Muslim women, the hijab is a deeply personal decision, made after reflection and prayer. Islam itself rejects compulsion in faith, as stated in the Qur'an, in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2, verse 256. There is no compulsion in religion. This verse reflects the essence of the hijab, an act of worship that must come from sincerity, not pressure. Misconceptions number 2. The hijab oppresses women. Let's rethink this. Far from being a tool of oppression, the hijab is often a source of empowerment. It shifts the focus from physical appearance to intellect and values. One hijabi woman said, "My hijab is my way of saying, judge me by my mind, not my face." Imagine being in control of how the world perceives you. For this woman, the hijab is their voice in a world that often objectifies women. Misunderstood number 3. The hijab is outdated. But is modesty ever outdated? Think of other symbols of faith, like the cross or the yarmulke. The hijab is no different. It's a timeless act of devotion and modesty, reminding the world that faith transcends time and trends. Personal stories behind the hijab. Every hijab tells a story. One young woman shared how she started wearing the hijab in the college. She said, "At first I was scared of what people would think, but as soon as I wear it, I felt free. Free from society's expectations. Free to be myself." Another woman explained that her hijab is a reminder of her faith. "When I wear it, I feel closer to Allah. It's like carrying my prayer with me everywhere I go." These stories reveal that the hijab is not just a religious practice. It's a journey of self-discovery, identity, and empowerment. The broader concept of modesty. The hijab is just one part of a larger framework of modesty in Islam. It's about more than clothing. It's about humility, respect, and kindness in every interaction. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "Modesty is a branch of faith." This applies both to men and women. For men, modesty includes lowering their gaze and treating women with respect. The hijab is a visible symbol, but the values it represents, dignity, self-respect, and humanity, are universal. Hijab in the modern world. In today's world, hijab stands as a bold statement of identity. In a society where beauty standards are often unattainable, the hijab challenges these norms, saying, "My worth is not defined by how I look." Think about this. In workplaces, schools, and public spaces, women in hijab are redefining what it means to be confident and strong. They are doctors, engineers, artists, and leaders, showing that the hijab is not a barrier but a bridge to achieving greatness, a message of respect and unity. The hijab is more than a piece of cloth. It's a declaration of faith, dignity, and freedom. It reminds us of the beauty of diversity and the importance of respecting each other's choices. Next time you see a woman in hijab, think about her story. Think about her courage to stand out, her commitment to her values, and her desire to be seen for who she truly is. The hijab as a symbol of resilience. In a world where standing out can invite criticism, the hijab has become a symbol of resilience for many Muslim women. Choosing to wear it often requires courage, especially in places where misconceptions and stereotypes are widespread. For some, the hijab is a quiet act of defiance against a culture that equates freedom with revealing more skin. For others, it's a declaration of their right to practice their faith unapologetically. As one woman put it, "Every time someone stares at me or questions my choice, I see it as an opportunity to educate and break down barriers." Through the hijab, this woman challenged societal norms, proving that true strength lies in staying true to oneself, even in the face of adversity. The global conversations around the hijab. The hijab isn't just a personal choice. It has become a part of a larger global conversation about freedom, identity, and respect. Across the world, Muslim women wearing the hijab are making headlines, sometimes for being pioneer in their fields, other times for fighting for their right to wear it without discrimination. Consider athletes who compete on international stages while proudly wearing their hijab, or activists who use their platforms to advocate for religious freedom. These stories highlight the hijab as more than a religious practice. It's a testament to the diversity and strength of the Muslim community. The global discourse around the hijab reminds us of a crucial truth. Understanding and respecting the choices of others can lead to a more inclusive and compassionate world. Thank you for taking the time to explore this topic with us. The hijab is not just a symbol. It's a journey of faith, empowerment, and identity. If this video gave you a new perspective, share it with others. Let's work together to break down misconceptions and celebrate the beauty of understanding. Stay cautious, stay respectful, and may you remain under Allah's protection.